Okay, the elements in period 3. Okay, so there are 8 elements in period 3. So we have sodium, okay, sodium, magnesium, aluminium. This one is silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, and argon. Okay, they didn't show you this one. Okay, so jot down this one and the table. Done? Done? All done? Oh, you have to let me know. Okay, so let's see. Based on the table, so the proton number increased by 1 unit from element to the next across the period from left to right. Okay, no need like from one element to the next. It's actually from left to right. The proton number increased by 1 unit. Okay, and then all atom of element has 3 shell occupied with electrons. That's why it's called third period. Third period means that all have 3 shell. The only difference is how many electron valence that they have. Valence electron, not electron valence. Valence electron that they have. Okay, so the first and second shell are completely filled. Okay, first shell 2, second shell 8, fully filled. Argon, it has 3 fully occupied shell, and blah 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 are metal. Okay, from sodium to phosphorus, they are metals. Silicon is metalloid. Metalloid means that half metal, half covalent. Okay, and chlorine and argon are non-metals. Okay, all right. So jot this down. Done. Huh? All right. Then next. So let's see the changes in physical properties. Oh, you really long. Okay, we start with this one first. Okay, so first, the atomic size will decrease. Why? Because the proton number increase, so the positive charge of nucleus also increase. The positive charge increase, so the attraction force towards the electron increases. Okay, so the electrons are pulled closer to the nucleus. Then the electronegativity of the element also increase from left to right, because the electronegativity is measured of, what is electronegativity? Is actually the measure of tendency of an atom to attract electron. So because of the atomic size decreases and the positive charge of nucleus increase, so your attraction force between the nucleus and valence electron become stronger. So that's why it's easier to attract the electron towards the nucleus. Okay? You understand? Huh? Okay, got this down. What the hell? One time give birth 99 babies. Stupid that this won't happen. Try to imagine 99 babies inside the pregnant woman. How big's gonna be the craziest? Stupid one, no logic at all. This is what those are online, Nowadays, China are very well known for the online stupid movie. Drama, sorry. Don't really understand. What? X9E. Proton. Don't buy Proton nowadays. BYD looks better. If you want to look classy, you can try that. What I call Jeku, is it? That one looks classy. Done, huh? Okay, so let's continue. Now, next. So, sodium, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, and sulfur. They are solid. Chlorine is diatomic gas, and argon are monoatomic gas. Monoatomic means that he stands alone as an atom. Okay, it doesn't combine. But chlorine is two atoms of chlorine combined into a diatomic gas. Okay, because they need to share an electron both sides so that they can get optic arrangement. So in terms of electrical conductivity, so sodium, magnesium, aluminium are good conductor because they are metal. Silicon, they are weak conductor. However, it become a semiconductor with the presence of impurities like boron and phosphorus, because silicon is a metalloid. So why you need the impurities? Because these boron and phosphorus will create something like, it's like a gap, or we call the, you can imagine it's like they are arranged very fit within them, but suddenly when boron comes in, phosphorus comes in, the arrangement was now become very uneven. So there will be big and small gap between them. So the electron can like jump between the gap. Okay, so that's why under a very high, very high temperature, I think under high temperature it can be jump like that. That's why somehow like for computers, mostly are using semicon. So computers, they can run very well during temperature, very high temperature, 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. Okay, of course, this is normal computer. For those that very fast one, like supercomputer, then they were going to use the superconductor. Superconductor means that they're going to, under very low temperature, they can run very fast. Okay, almost equal to zero resistance. Almost that. Okay, now for your phosphorus, silicon, chlorine, and argon, they cannot conduct electricity because they are non-metal. Okay, but like sulfur, not silicon, sulfur. Okay, so there are three different category here: metal, metalloid, and non-metal. So that's why the conductivity also the same. Metal very high, metalloid weak but very high when in semiconductor, and the other one non-metal, no, not conductor at all. Okay, can I? All right, jot this down. Okay, huh? Okay. Now next, let's see the change in chemical properties of the oxide of element across period 3. Okay, as you see, along the period 3, there are metal, metalloid, and non-metals. So their chemical property will be different for their oxide. Okay. All right, so let's see the reaction of oxide of period 3 with water. So you see, sodium oxide with water, it will dissolve in water, and the pH value is around 13 to 14. Magnesium oxide slightly dissolved from pH value 8 to 8 to 9. Sorry. Aluminium oxide does not dissolve, which is only 7. Sulfur dioxide dissolve completely, okay, and create a 2 to 3 pH value because it becomes hydrochloric acid. No. Sulfuric acid. Okay, so from here, okay, I think you copy down this one first. This one, the title, this one. No need like sodium oxide Na2O lah. If you can read, then you just Na2O is enough. Okay, don't do. I mean, don't try to minimize the word that you need to write down. It's not Okay. Then let's see the what I call that the explanation. So metal oxide like sodium oxide and magnesium oxide that dissolve in water to form alkaline solution with pH value above 7. Okay, so then metal oxide have different solubility in water. Sodium hydroxide completely dissolved in water. Magnesium oxide is slightly dissolved in water, while aluminum oxide does not dissolve in water. And non-metal oxide like sulfur dioxide, they dissolve in water to form acidic solution. So the pH value less than 7. Okay, so metal oxide will normally we also call them as a base metal, where they will dissolve and form alkaline, while normally the non-metal, when it dissolves in water, it will form acidic solution. Okay, you understand? All right, jot this down. Okay. All right. So next. So next, let's see the reaction of oxide of period 3 element with sodium hydroxide and nitric acid. Okay, so this one is they are using the oxide. Okay, then and then react it with another and with sodium hydroxide, and the other one is with nitric acid. Means that they put the solid inside and then just cut out like that. Okay. So how about you jot down this one and the drawing? Okay. Okay. All right. So let us see. Okay, this one doesn't need to. Okay, so what happened here is you see, when the magnesium oxide was put inside the sodium hydroxide, it does not dissolve. Okay, in alkaline, because this is an alkaline. While aluminum oxide and silicon will dissolve. While when they put inside acid, okay, the aluminium and this magnesium dissolve, but the what you call that, the silicon oxide does not dissolve. Now, okay, I think you jot down. No need jot down this one. You should jot down this one. So the magnesium oxide and aluminum oxide will dissolve in acid solution, while aluminum oxide dissolve in alkaline solution and acidic solution. Okay, so jot down this one, the table, and this one. Right, you just straight away jot down the one because you saw the star here. Is it? why I want you to jot down this one as well? Because you see, he didn't mention the silicon oxide here. So that's why I asked you to. It's okay that you can jot down the observation first, then comes up with the result. One doesn't matter. One is a note. So next time you need to mate first. Listen all what I say first, then you do. Your school now until where? 4.2. Okay. So it's a bit late than us. Okay. Done, eh? All right, so let's see what happened here. So the sodium oxide and magnesium oxide will dissolve in water, form a solution with a pH value above 7 and is alkaline. So the sulfur oxide dioxide, dissolve in water to form a solution with pH value less than 7, which is acidic. So I think first two don't copy 3, 4, 5 only. So the sodium oxide and magnesium oxide are basic. Basic, not the what you call, not the basic that you thought. We are talking about is base. Base means that is alkalitic. Okay. So because they only react with acid, while silicon 4 dioxide is acidic because it only react with alkali. And aluminum oxide is amphoteric. What is called amphoteric? Means that it can react with both acid and alkali. Only copy 3, 4, 5. First two no need, because first two we already mentioned. Anna. Okay, next. So now let's see why the what I call why the sodium hydroxide solution and nitrate solution are heated. Why we want to heat them so that they can dissolve faster in hot acid or hot alkali. Okay. So can sodium hydroxide solution be replaced with potassium hydroxide solution? Of course cannot, because they are strong. Both of them are strong alkali. Okay. So there is a chances. Just now the experiment when they ask is replacing with what you call potassium hydroxide. There is a chances. So later on, you guys are don't like, hey, the what this is a bit different now. We are using the sodium hydroxide, and then why suddenly become KOH? Like that. It's the same thing. Okay, remember, anything end with OH mostly are alkali. So then, which one is a strong or weak? See which group they are. The higher the group, the lower the group, the stronger. Like like sodium, like what you call potassium, they are group one, right? So that's why they are strong alkali. Okay, boleh? Can I? Okay, jot this down. Hmm? Hello. May I know who are you? Who's calling? Yeah, sorry. Because the number that maybe you call me through the other number, so that's why I didn't save it in this phone. Yes. Yeah, I did know about it. All right, so let us see, continue, not see. So you see, so this is the, what you call that? The nature of element and their acid-base character of oxide. So sodium is metal, of course. Okay, we just skip the metal or non-metal. This is stupid. We already like go through too many times. So sodium is basic, not the simple basic. We're talking about the base. Okay. Okay. And then magnesium is basic. Okay, last time my time is BASE. Nowadays, why they change to basic? Because they say the characteristic according to our what you call, according to our how to say, Superman English teacher from your SPM, your English teacher say the characteristic of the any characteristic cannot use base and acid because they are called what I call that again? Noun. So noun can be used to as adjectives. So adjectives we need use basic. Okay, the whole fucking world using base, but we are using basic. Oh, sorry, I forget you're underage. Excuse me. Okay, because I'm quite frustrated seeing their English, and actually, right? Actually, they are wrong. Why? Because there's no such word called base equals to basic. No, acid, yes, acidic, but no for basic. Normally they call alkalitic. But somehow your Superman English teacher again, they said there's a word called basic. So yes, basic. If you didn't trust me, let us see what Oxford say. Okay, let's see what Oxford say. You see, there's when you see check basic adjectives nothing. See, no word such as basic for adjective, but our almighty English teacher for SPM said yes, there is, and all of them are coming from Oxford. I think they are beyond Oxford because Oxford is actually like the kamus, what you call the Dewan Bahasa for and Pusaka for Malay, right? Oxford is the and Dewan Bahasa and Pusaka only for Malaysia, only. But the Oxford is like the Dewan Bahasa and Pustaka for the whole fucking world. And our Malaysian English teacher who cannot even qualify for the IELTS said, no, this is wrong. So we said, yes, this is wrong. Okay, we have to follow that. So it's called basic. Okay. Then for aluminium, they are amphoteric because aluminium is a bit different. Why? Aluminium has 3 positive. It's 3 positive for aluminium. So compared to other metal, they are more reactive. Means they're easy to undergo reaction. So that's why they are considered as what I call, they will form, they are in the middle. Okay. While the silicon, because they are covalent, actually silicon is non-metal. Okay, although it's called metalloid, but they are actually called, when metalloid half, will you say the what you call the half one as female or male? Right? So this is why because you see the guy that pretend to be girl still a guy, correct? So same goes here. Silicon is the covalent that pretend to be metal. So it's called as it is still non-metal. So non-metal normally is acidic, form acidic. Okay, I mean the oxide normally the nature will be more acidic. Okay, because you see it's easy. The English is long. Why? You see, the opposition of acid is called what? Then you should be acidic, right? Then alkaline we call alkalitic, right? So this is even like the 3 years old also understand, but your almighty English teacher say no. So that's why I'm quite angry with this actually. All right, and your almighty teacher, they like to use the name quite stupidly. For example, John. Is it a real name? No. The John is actually a simplification of Jonathan, yes. But lots of people, especially the guy teacher, they like to say, my name is John. You know it's called John in US? Yes, the toilet. So he's trying to say my name is toilet. Okay. We should ask them, may I know is male one or female? Like that. Okay. Don't try this. Don't try this in school. I have been excuses for lots of things because I try to make fun of them. Your school teacher are not really fond of me. Not all. Some teachers. Like for example, your almighty physics teacher. She said, I don't know physics, but I have a fucking PhD for engineering and I don't know physics. See, I don't really understand, I don't know physics, but I am a PhD. The fucking PhD is not talk. I tell my professor this, and my professor asked me to tell her, I'm a fucking professor. I'm a fucking PhD for engineering, and I don't know physics. He said, give him a thumb up. He said, so something like that. Why? Because I have a quarrel with her due to, well, he has a student. She has a student getting tuition with her. And then she scolded him, you're so stupid that I don't know what to do with you. And then for me, I think you can't say your student stupid because why? This means that you're stupid too as a teacher because you are the one who taught him or her, correct? So when I come here, I say, there's no such thing as stupid student as long as you're hardworking. Because that guy, after 3 months with me, he get from 7 marks for physics, he get an 81, I think. He's actually quite hardworking. That guy is very hardworking. Why he didn't score? Because he didn't learn fast. He's not a fast learner. So for not fast learner, sometimes that's why I said you have to let me know your situation because we have to change the way that I teach. There are different ways. I have been like facing those with hypertension kid that they cannot sit down and study one. You have to use a dynamic learning way for them. It means that everything I have to change into pictures or I have to explain emotion, something like that. There are some ways to overcome that. So that's why okay, that's not the case. The case is like that. Then maybe her mom did something towards your lovely teacher. So she get too angry, I guess. And you see, my uncles are the canteen owner, So she spoke something to my uncle. So makes me angry as well. So, well, that time I'm just 20-something years old, not like now. So when I get angry, something gonna be bad happen. So I didn't touch it. Don't worry. I didn't do anything wrong. I just, in front of her, I am not really that, how to say, I spoke of something disrespectful a bit. Because I already have a very bad impression with her when I was studying there. Because I studied in Bukwaren for half year only. I was in Sekinjang last time. And then that's why, same goes with your beloved headmaster as well. Mr. Siu, yes. Because last time I told her that she thought that when I was back, she thought that I'm those with Buang Sekolah one. Then I said, are you fucking crazy? I'm a prefect head when I was Form 4. Means what? Even Form 5 can't run past my place. Why? Because I'm fucking prefect. So now you say I'm Buang Sekolah one. Have you checked my file? I said, because I was unreluctantly coming back last time. Because, how to say, I have to be frank. That time, what I think of Harlan is this school is really, really, really bad. And now even worse actually. somehow. Because You know, when I was in second gen, okay, let me compare to you. You know what happened when during the PMR? Here, 20% get 8 A's in PMR or your PT3 last time. Consider like, wow, they want to let up merchant here and there, right? You know what happened to my school in second gen? More than 100 of us get 8A. Try to imagine. Top 3 class all get straight 8As. See, that's the difference. And your school is like want to get for the Sekolah Cemerlang until now still cannot get, right? Ours, we are Sekolah Cemerlang 20 years ago. And now they are considered as the white called Sekolah, we call the white call that the Sekolah focus already. Means that inside that state, Selangor state, they are now considered one of the top 5 schools, which is a highly concentrated one, highly focused one. You see, and well, some people might say, "Oh, Hualien a bit disadvantaged because they are Chinese school." Sorry, my school is also Chinese school as well. See, so you know what? There is a teacher coming from Mentaka. You know, my teacher. When I was back, she said, "You really want to go back, man? Just half more years." I said, "Why?" That Hualien, how to say? He said, "Okay lah, in Mentaka consider okay lor." Then I said, "If compared to us, lousy lor." You see, this is what he said. So I was getting a very bad starting impression when I was here. So you see, when young guy didn't think a lot, okay, youngster get angrily in the first day to a school that he don't want to come at all. So he will be acting a bit disrespectful, especially when someone tried to like your principal, he like to like quarrel with other people. I don't understand why. He thought that he's a very how to say, I don't know okay, we don't comment much on him because this is not really a good way. He's a principal nowadays, well, somehow, although I don't understand how he can manage to do that. But okay. Okay. So well, there are something so that's why I'm how to say, for me there are some teachers are very good one for me. I don't know whether you guys know this teacher called Benjamin. But I think he's already retired for quite a long time. Yes, he's a discipline teacher and he's English teacher before this. He teach English. Indian teacher. He is actually quite good. For me, although it's very strict, that guy's freaking strict, but for me, I think he's a good teacher. And then Oi consider okay. They go Oi consider okay. He teach me as well in the class. And then I also carried with him on the first week because when I was there, they are taking the final exam, which is the MS. So I do the MS, and then he minus my mark until 80 something. Then I asked him why 80 something. All the answers are correct. I said, cannot. You must follow the textbook. During our time, we doesn't really need to follow that because we have 4 alternatives for each questions. So I said, teacher, are you have something wrong in your mind? There are 4 alternatives, and my way is correct. And then you said you must follow your way. I'm first day come here. How I know I have to follow your way? I said, oh, you don't understand what I'm doing actually. That's why when my youngest brother with him, my youngest brother are those like a bit not really that how to say, not really bad, like not if my way is considered a bad student, he's the other kind, polite, right? Something like that. So you know what he tell me, when Mr. Oi saw me, he said, you should mix up a bit with your youngest brother, he said, because I'm too, how to say, considered as spiky, it's like too many thorn in my who touch me will get hurt, something like that. I'm you see, so I'm not really a good student actually, somehow, because during my time, when I was there, why I consider as because our way of teaching is a bit different compared to here. The teachers here mostly are like robots. They just treat what they saw in the textbooks. All right, most of them, especially your sejarah and moral teachers, they are reading everything. Or yeah, they comes up with a slide. The slide is not with them, not wrote by them, and they just robotically read the slide, word by word. This is what they do. So ours is different. Our teacher last time, they like to communicate with us. When I was in the class, our class, there are a lot of questions thrown out and a lot of answer comes in. So this is why I was a bit, how to say, not really, I cannot adapt to the teaching style here, even until now. Even until now, I think even KM is better than Hualien nowadays. I think my own opinion, my own opinion. Because I've been 2 years in Form 6 now, so Form 6 is in KM, SMKM. So that's why that's my own opinion. Doesn't represent all opinion. Sorry. Okay. So, all right. Now let us continue first. Okay. So let's continue. Okay. So semi-metallic element or metalloid, they have both metallic and non-metallic properties. Like another one is called what? They are not metal, but similar carbon. Carbon has a little bit of metal, but most of it are non-metal. Okay, but that's why it's not calculated as it's not categorized as metalloid, because mostly still non-metal. Now, okay, so metalloid, they are weak conductors of electric. However, they become good conductors at high temperature. Like I said, when temperature goes high, semiconductor will become a very good conductor because the conductivity increases with temperature. Why? Because the proton will receive the heat energy and become very reactive. So it will be able to, like I said, jump like that from the gap to one gap, like jumping over. Okay. Of course, the real way is not like you are playing jump like that. No, but you can consider it like that because there is when there is a energy level. When the energy level is too high, it will create a difference between from point A and point B. When the electron is here, point A, so the energy is high, man. He is receiving the energy, correct? So there will be a low energy, and we all know that according to the conservation of energy or anything, move from high to low, like your temperature. Heat move to temperature, high temperature area to low temperature area. Same goes here. High energy jump to low energy. So that's why you can jump over very fast. Okay, but please forget what I said just now because you are not going to use it in your Form 5. Don't write too high level answer. This is true one. I'm not trying to be funny with you, because when you write down too high level one, and you see your school nowadays, this is another thing that I don't like at all. Schema jawaban. It's true, range and distance. Range between 2 points and distance between 2 points. Is there any difference? No, sorry. In your schema jawaban, yes. Distance is correct, range is wrong for physics. This is what my auntie tell me. My auntie, my father's sister, she is the markers for SPM. I helped her mark before. She said, why you give it 1 mark? This is wrong. But range between 2 points and distance between 2 points is the same. So, but still, schema said don't have. So don't have wrong. So be careful. That's why, like I said, why you guys are sometimes you write down your found out that your teacher's answer is actually has the same meaning as yours, but why you are getting 0? Because yours are not in schema. That's it. So you have to be careful. Listen, the technique on answering the question is the highlighting one that I show you. They are the keywords. Okay. So now, so the conductivity increases with temperature. So for example, silicon and germanium, they are used as a semiconductor in the manufacture of electronic microchips for various products. Okay. All right. So write down this one. Jot down this one before I give you some what I call exercise as your homework. Okay, and please don't let your teacher know what I say. Tell you guys this out. Okay, I already been received too much hatred from them. Please don't increase it. Huh? No, maybe she's pity on my experience. No. Because right until now, I'm still having problem with them because their way of teaching, I don't really understand. Like there's a rules in your school, that one I feel like is stupid one. The one who beat or punch or who beat the person, and the one who be beaten, both need to be both need to be we call already suspend is called you guys gantong, right? Correct, right? Yeah. So means that your school is encouraging the one being beaten beat back that student. Correct? Since I already get gantong, why don't I just beat until he go to the hospital? Right? So this is such a stupid rules. I never seen this kind of rules before. I thought that rules is to protect the weaklings, but your school said no. Rules is for both sides. So you see. All right, this is what your school do, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's your school rules. I beat someone, I get gantong. You beaten by me, you get gantong as well. That guy was like, "What the hell? I got beaten, then I get gantong." Something like that. See, this is stupid one. For me, this is like the what you call the most funniest joke I ever heard. So that's why there are a lot of things that I don't really understand. There are a lot of things that I don't really understand sometimes. Like your teachers, like your attendance, your guys' attendance to the school, that who is that? The pegawai daerah come to your school, right? And then your Miss Gun last time, ask all of you to go to the Dewan and be scolded by that pegawai daerah because what? Because of the very low attendance percentage last time, right? Correct, right? Few years ago, I think 2 years, I think. Right, correct. Something happened like this, right? So your school didn't feel shameful, and she wanted to promote to the whole fucking school to know that, yeah, we are having one of the best. We are the worst attendance in the whole daerah. Is it? This is what he's trying to show off. Don't you think this is stupid? I thought that they should feel shameful, correct? And very funny one. And they ask you guys to listen to a campaign or talk about the Gaza thingy, is it? The Palestine, Sokong Palestine thingy. That one is stupid as well. We are the fucking Chinese school. We are not even a Malay school as well. 97% are not Muslim. Why he asked you guys to listen to? Don't you think it's stupid? This is very stupid for me. And that is actually a political issue. Right? There is a political issue. Why you mix up political with education? You guys are not allowed to join in any political issues when you are underage. This is wrong in the in our our perlembagaan. Your school should know that, and they ask you guys to go to. I don't understand at all. Okay, so now let's see the. So now you can see when I try to explain one-on-one with you guys, you see how many stupid things your school have done. This is why I was a bit. It's like your school is like your what you call the governance of your school looks idiot sometimes. For me, it looks idiot. Like it's like they ask you guys to write out. You guys need to need to focus on study because our ranking is from before my time, during my time, at least in the era, Bali is among the top. Nowadays they're still the top, but from the other place. And, from the other way. Okay. Your last time your what I call your credit, I mean the one that gets C, consider they're talking about your pass rate is even lower than that. Sekolah Sukan, last time. There's a year. See how bad they are. My time, they are among like even that nowadays who was that the Abu Bakar can fight with us. I mean Hualien last time. Not even a match. From the first and second, there's a huge gap between them last time. And now, yeah, there's a huge gap as well between these two, but it's a bit different already. They are the top from the front, and you guys are the top from the bottom. A bit different. So that's why. So this is something wrong, not with the student. This is something wrong with the school teachers. You got a lot of teachers who really, how to say, not that good. That's the proper way. Because they like to, how to say, they tend to take care of those front classes, so-called. All right. Even now, still the same. Front classes, so-called. So that makes those. There are some of the students become very, how to say, proud of themselves. They thought that I'm Superman, I'm a Superman, I'm Superman, something like that. Then when you go to Form 6, fail everything. Yeah, physics get failed, but he get an A+ for physics in SPM. See, this is not because of STPM is very hard. SPM is indeed very hard, but not because of there's a huge gap between them. It's because of SPM getting too easy. They drag the graph 12 marks to get a C for MS, and you said you fail MS. See how many marks that you're gonna get to fail the MS? You get a C. You get a C, not pass only. You get credit actually. See? So you want to get a F, fail, gagal, G. How many marks you have to get? So that you have to try to imagine. So those people said and still there are many people get. And you see, last year the trial, there are 70% of the student fail, and then suddenly, so surprisingly, 90-something% get C and above. Oh, we did the we did the 2 months. Within the 2 months after trial, they suddenly get very hardworking and get C and above. So what happened? Because they adjust the graph. Don't worry. I won't say that you can get good marks easily. It's hard to say. But normally, for physics, if you want to get a C, your aim is just to get a C. I think 30 marks is more than enough for you to get a C. I think you want to get an A, 50-something. It's already A- or A. MS even easier. I think it's a little bit less than 50. You get an A already. Flat A. Not A+, of course. A+ maybe at least 60 and above. This is after they adjust the graph. So that's why you see, when you are getting the grade easily, so your A doesn't mean much to us. You understand? So when you go to Form 6, they don't care. You didn't get 80, B law, A minor. If you 3.33 or 3.67, if you didn't get 80 error, they won't adjust the grade through the graph one. So that's why they fail everything. And we all know that SPM is among the hardest, even nowadays, still considered one of the hardest exam in globally, top 10. My time, second. Only Finland has a high, even harder, we call pre-university exam. Nowadays, you think China, you talk China is very very hard, all these, right? Because China, they are very important, they are pre-university thingy, right? Still, STBA is harder. So you see, so that's why if you go to Form 6, what I'm trying to say, if you really want to go for government one, then you have to go through Form 6, unless you're really lucky, go through the, what you call that again, matriculation. Then Form 6, then you have to make yourself understand your SPM doesn't show anything, doesn't mean anything. Because the graph already adjusted, man. If they follow, if they really follow, there are going to be 80% almost who are not even get a C for MS. BM, maybe 40-something% only get fail. C and above, maybe 50-something% only. But don't worry, during your time, I think it's the year after the election. Normally, after election and before election, the result will be like super. Why? They want to show, I did do something. See? This is true. This is true. You are pretty lucky somehow. You know, my time, last time, before the month, the first SPM released after just after the election, my whole class get A+ for physics. I was like, the hell? When they tell me, sir, I get an A+, wow! I said, I thought that you maximum only get a B. I said, and you get an A+, what the hell? See? So don't worry. You are pretty lucky somehow. Somehow. It's hard to say, man. Later something happened and then they say they want to drag 1 more year. Right? Later something happened, they say they want to drag 1 more year. So 1 more year, then you are not lucky. So you have to like pray, give a big prayer. Because I think you guys all are Hindus one, right? The agama is Hindu one, right? So you need to give a big prayer. Okay, so do you jot down the questions? Yes. Okay, so please do it and we will discuss for next week. And hey, next week, I think we have a replacement on when? I forget already. I think this no. Next Friday morning. Oh, that was physics. Okay, I will plan again with you the replacement for chemistry. Okay, see you. Bye bye. Okay, bye bye. Don't miss me,